Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 30th, 2020, and today we're going to talk about impermanence. And we literally are in the middle of impermanence. Everything changes every day, even within a day, and that we're not in control of those changes. There's many impermanence situations in our everydays that we think we can control, but we're not necessarily in control because all the experiences and the people that are involved in they change, and what happened yesterday is not necessarily true for today. And yesterday, for instance, I had this experience, or rather thinking about impermanence, I realized that, for instance, I get frustrated, and then from frustration, I get angry, and then from being angry, I'm getting sad, and then from being sad, I regret that I felt all those feelings, and then, and then we'll start again, and then you're gonna get some responses that make you feel much better, and you wonder, like, why did I even end up here in the first place? And so these little changes that go so quickly within maybe 5 minutes, 1 minute, is something that I wish sometimes I don't have to go through, right? So I could just jump from being frustrated right to being fine and say, okay, let's talk about it in a nice way, and avoid all the anger and sadness and regret of those other feelings. And so these are the impermanence situations that I'm talking about today, especially because we are all in this isolated space or a confined space where we have limited outlets. And so the people around us experience the same things. So though they experience the same things in ways of we're all in the same space, but the way we deal with these situations are very different. And we might not have the time nor the vocabulary sometimes to talk about exactly how those changes come about, or how do we experience these difficulties. But what I do realize is that we all are not in control how things play out. And so all I can say is that I want to, for my personal interest, try to do the things that I can do, and with awareness of everything is changing. So meanwhile, I'm using my knowledge from yesterday, or what I learned yesterday, to today, not in a way, like I said yesterday, not to act the same way, but more to enhance my today's actions and to flourish and nourish the way I can do things today. So my goal for today is to, when I do feel frustration, to just take this pause and just maybe turn away or take a breath and just realize that this moment is not going to last. This is just a moment for a second, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it will pass. So maybe you will have moments like these today, or had them past few days, and you will have them in the future as well, where we want to just come back and realize that whatever moments we feel, they will pass. So even if we're going from frustration to anger through sadness, and then back to happiness and then joy, and then it will always come around. So like I was talking about yesterday, how Thich Nhat Hanh is saying about listen and embrace your suffering, and he also says that without suffering there's no happiness, and vice versa. So this is actually a way of looking at impermanence too, is like there's going to be suffering, and through suffering you're going to have happiness, and through happiness you can go back to suffering, and so this is like an ongoing circle. So those things might not change, but the way we interact with them will change, and the way we maybe communicate our feelings and how we see things, and maybe not putting too much pressure on expressing our emotions, but maybe just observing how our emotions are evolving, and then take a step back. And so this is what I'm going to do today. Let's see how it goes, and let me know. Looking forward to some feedback from you. Take care. Bye.